A day of no internet, banking, or even emergency assistance for Rogers customers have many Canadians in a tailspin about their options of providers.
These big companies are just taking everything away.
After more than 15 hours of a nationwide network outage, Rogers Communications says services are back on and blame it on a network failure during maintenance. While the company's CEO says customers will be credited, some believe it's time to level the playing field.
I think what the Rogers outage was is a state of emergency of sorts.
McMaster University's Vas Bednar, who heads the school's public policy program, says there is a lack of competition in telecoms, and the major players like Rogers have shown their weaknesses.
The profit motive incentivizes cutting corners to reduce costs and return value to shareholders. And maybe that's why it's time to reimagine why there's no public competitors or more of a public role, a stronger role for the state to kind of complement the competition structures we have.
The widespread shutdown caught much flack among customers and even public officials, like federal NDP leader Jagmeet Singh, saying yesterday highlights the dangers of a monopolized industry and is calling for the axing of Rogers' pending $26 billion purchase of Shaw Communications as the company mediates with the Competition Bureau. Rogers, Bell, and TELUS, also known as Canada's Big Three in the telecom industry, own 90% of the market, which in turn the Big Three owning roughly 90% of the country's wireless spectrum, the radio waves sent from towers across the country.
If we let the spectrum remain in the hands of the big guys, especially when they merge together, we're going to be right back to pre-1984 Bell.
CEO of Beanfield MetroConnect, an independent fiber network company, Dan Armstrong, says there are contingencies.
There are ways to create competition, and what we talked about with when Toronto wanted to build a municipal network is the way to do that is to own the physical pathways, own the conduits in the ground and lease them out on a favorable basis.
Without knowing what the root cause of the network event, it's impossible to understand what contingencies could be put in place.
However, telecom consultant Mark Goldberg says Canada offers more operating LTE networks than most countries in the world.
Yesterday's event impacted about a third of Canadians. That's thanks to the existence of competitive alternatives.